10 wins and 2 losses in my last 12 bets on this YouTube channel. We are on absolute fire recently. We went 1-1 yesterday, so no money won, no money lost. But there's a massive slate of games on in the English Premier League this Boxing Day, and we plan on taking full advantage of that in this video. I'm going to share with you my 2 value bets. We're going to be looking at the game between Liverpool and Leicester, and the Man City and Everton game as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to break down some of the sections and go through the metrics with you. If you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I've recently just passed 100 subscribers, so I'm now well on my way to 200. Feel free to add my Snapchat, you can see it here below, and I will add you into a private group where you can access all my plays early. And if you've got any questions in regards to sports betting, please just message me and I will reply when I can. But let's waste no more time. Let's get straight into this video. So there's the first bet builder. We are tailing only 3 sections, very simple, and I do like the odds. Over double your money returns. Going to be recommending to place 3 units down on both of these bet builders. So in the Liverpool and Leicester game, we're going to be taking a 10-minute result to be a draw, over 1 corner for Leicester, and no red card. Nice and simple. I will break down those 3 sections in a moment. And now we move on to the Man City and Everton game. So taking over 1 goal, over 1 card, no red card. We're taking Chelsea +1 on the handicap in their game. And in the Forest and Spurs game, we're taking the match range goals to be between 1 and 5. Again, 3 units down on that bet. Double your money returns. Let's start by looking at the Leicester and Liverpool game. Liverpool are on fine form. They have a 75% win ratio in the Premier League compared to Leicester's 18%. Leicester sit 1 above the relegation zone. Their away form has not been great at all. In their last past 5 games, they've seen 4 losses and 1 draw, and in the most recent game against Newcastle, they lost 4-0. In the game before that as well, they lost 4-1 to Brentford. Liverpool, on the other hand, really good home form. Their last game, they took a little bump, drawing 2-2 to Fulham, but before that, all clear wins without conceding a single goal. So they beat Manchester City 2-0, Real Madrid 2-0, Aston Villa 2-0, and Bayer Leverkusen 4-0. So Liverpool are on great form at home in the Premier League. They're 50% better in terms of goals scored, and they are 337% better in terms of goals conceded. Now, the 10-minute result to be a draw. The reason why I do like this play, Liverpool is, as we have seen under Klopp this season, they tend to pick up the intensity as the game goes on. They're scoring more goals. Well, they're scoring more goals, having more corners. Their XG is higher. Their volume is just far higher in the first half when compared to the second half. And if we take a little look here, between 0 to 10 minutes is their lowest period in terms of scoring. So they've only scored 4% of their goals in the 0 to 10 minute mark. Leicester the same, they've scored only 3% of their goals so far in the 0 to 10 minute mark. Just a nice little fact, the last 10 minutes of the game is Leicester's most promising period that they've been scoring. So they've scored 19% of their goals, Leicester, between 81 to 90 minutes. Liverpool have scored 15% of their goals between the 81st to 90 minutes. Over 1 corner for Leicester. Now let's take a little look at the corners for this game. So the league average of corners in the Premier League is 10.9. This game has a projection of 9.1. Now let's take a look at the teams individually. So corners earned per game, Liverpool 5.3. Leicester corners earned per game 3.7. And if we take a little look at the hit ratio, over 1 corner for Leicester so far this season has a 92% hit ratio. No red card is basically going off the probability of the referee. So Darren Bond is the referee in charge of this game today. He hands out a card every 35 minutes. So unless there's an out of pocket moment, I can't see a red card being handed out in this game from a double booking. Now, let's move over to the Man City and Everton bet builder that we have here. Man City, their form recently has not been great, has it? They'd be looking to try and take 3 points, you would think, at home to a struggling Everton. Everton currently sit 15th in the Premier League table compared to Man City sitting 7th. The reason why I didn't pick Man City straight win in this game, because straight win picks just been killing us all season, and Man City have been a massive part of that. A few times this season we picked Man City to win when they haven't, so I just wanted to fade that section. Let's take a little look at the goals. So we're taking over 1 goal in this game. You could probably take it to 2.5 if I'm being totally honest. Man City have an 88% hit ratio in games involving them, over the 1.5 mark. Everton 6.3. With Man City being at home though, they are scoring better at home than away from home so far this season. Over 1 card. So this game has a projected line of 4.3 cards. I just think that over 1 card is a safe play. I didn't really want to go to that over 2.5 cards because of Simon Hooper. The referee involved in this game doesn't really have a high booking ratio. He averages 3.2 cards per game. The Forest and Spurs game, we're kind of staying on the safe side with the goal range on that game between 1 to 5 goals. I'd be very, very surprised if it was a 0-0 draw, and the hit ratios just ain't there for it going over 5.5. So as I mentioned, I'll be placing 3 units down on the both of these bets. Hopefully we can continue the fine form we have been on. I am currently working on a slate. You can see we are in the green zone for the slate. We haven't made much units on it that I would have liked, if I'm being totally honest. But let's see if we can capitalise on the games today and bring the unit margin on the slate up a little bit. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great Boxing Day. Hope you had a lovely Christmas, happy holidays, and I'll catch you in the next video.